Hey guys, what's up? Storm4 here. In this video, I'm gonna explain how to play offlane Witch Doctor. Because offlane Witch Doctor is very much broke, in my opinion. I've been owning with this hero in the offlane a lot. I'll start with the item builds. So there are two item builds. So if the enemy has a lot of spams, then you need to buy this. And if the enemy has a lot of right click damage, then you need to buy this item build. So this item build gives you a lot of HP and damage with blood grenade. So I'm gonna explain you how to play in the lane. So in the lane, you need to tell your 4 player to play with you always, and if he leaves, you're going to die. So that's how this hero works. So tell him not to rotate mid at all, unless until the wave is under the tower and you are playing very safe. So with this hero, you should not play aggressive unless the enemy makes a mistake or they go aggressive on you. The reason is once you use your cast, you have no way to defend yourself in the lane. So the enemy will punish you for using your cast. Now I will explain the skill build of this hero. So prioritize getting your cast over your melodic. The reason is you're playing offlane and you need to farm. So maxing your cast clears one full wave and it does a lot of damage to heroes as well. Between two heroes, it does a total of 900 damage. Then max your melodic. Now if you play against Rubik, take 1 point in voodoo restriction. So you can use it to avoid giving Rubik your spells and then take level 10 talent 75 melodic. Max your heal and level 15 talent plus 300 health and 20 talent is quite complicated. Both the talents are instantly strong. I leave it up to you. I love both and depending on the game I take. If enemy has no heal, I take the 25% melodic burst damage and if you're rushing Aghanim Scepter, then 75 death ward attack range is nice. And level 25 talent plus 45 damage ward is too strong because it is pure damage. Now for the item build, after the initial laning stage, you should rush Arcane Boots to keep pressure in the lane and make Spirit Vessel after that. So Spirit Vessel works excellent with Melodic and is 250 gold cheaper. That's why it is so strong with the offlane Witch Doctor. So after Vessel you rush Aether Lens because the hero sucks with cast ranges. And with this you can stay far and safe and beat your enemies. After that, Shard is your first priority and depending on the game, you rush Blink Dagger, Glimmer Cape or Force Staff. And in some cases, if you're owning very hard, then you can rush Hex and this will end the game even faster. For neutral items, get Philosopher's Stone over Eye of Wizard so you can scale. At some point, you're not going to scale as team fights are happening more often. Okay, so after that, get always Hex and Aghanim Scepter. It is super broke with this hero. This hero needs only few seconds of stun to kill any enemy. So getting Hex over Scepter is much better. Once you get the Aghanim Scepter, you can rush the Blink BKB. I would like to show you some plays where we made some mistakes and we did also a good job. So I'm going to show you basically how to play this hero in the lane. I'm trying to place it because I know if I try to play here right now, I will die. So because this Vayne is playing so aggressive and with that my ES also realizes, so he goes to zone this Vayne in the lane. And then this Vayne did not block the scam, so I realized that and I go to pull the scam because I want my lane to be here and I can't play here. If I try to play here, they will kill me and I don't have my ES because my ES doesn't have a TP. He already TP'd into the lane, so he doesn't have a TP. So I get a nice pull here, so which brings my lane here. And with this, because the troll cam, I get to deny these creeps, which is very good for me. So this brings the lane back to me, so I can have the last hit. Occasionally, you can use your paralyzing cast to last hit the creeps, but when you use your paralyzing cast, beware the enemy will take an advantage and try to kill you because you don't have any stun, so you can't really do anything. And always ask your support to be around you. If it's a melee support, tell him to stay in front of you or like stay in a way that their hard support doesn't get to free hit you. And I tell my ES like right now to go aggressive on them, and they actually go on aggressive on my ES, and you can see I'm holding my paralyzing cast. So as soon as PA commits his blink, I use my paralyzing cast. Unfortunately, the cast bounces here. Otherwise, this was a sure kill on PA. And then my ES is trying to play very aggressive, so PA returns and gets a dagger, and that's a kill. If you see, with that also, I'm like 2,500 gold. I have 21 last hit as the offlane Witch Doctor, and PA is actually ahead only because of the 4. You can see she's having 4 kills and 3 assists. So PA is like 700 gold ahead of me because of that. Otherwise, I think this was an even game because at the start of the game, she got a lot of kills, so that's why she is so far ahead. So in the next 10 seconds, they get aggressive on my ES. I use a melodic on PA, so PA is zoned out, and I do not have my stun. So I hold my stun until they actually come in like this, and then I use my stun. So my ES rotates here. So with this we get the 2 kills, and of course my Earthshaker does, and I avoid this Dawnbreaker ulti. So you don't want to get a free stun and just die there because you're very squishy. So try to avoid like going into enemy spells freely. They go aggressive on my ES, and my stun is back off, and I use the melodic. I get a nice cast bounce, which puts them into risk. And this is offlane Masi, by the way, who's coming into the bot lane. So this is 6 minutes. Is rotating towards the bot lane. So with those 2 kills, you can see I'm actually back in the net worth. I'm like 150 gold behind PA. Which is okay. And then he tries to play aggressive again. There's my cast. My Ace rolls back in. We get a kill on the Marcy. He's got a vessel on him. On sorry. And he tried to kill my Ace again. So I miss the melody because he just runs away. That he realizes that, and I use the stun, and I still don't get a kill with the thing. And he gets a bottle charge, so he survives there. And they try to chase me. I'm holding my magic wand. You can see I'm holding my magic wand as long as possible. So I use the stun and I just get out of here. So with that stun and the magic wand, I actually get out here. You can see how you can actually play in the lane. Like you need to play as safe as much possible because you're playing offlane Witch Doctor and your hero is all about the tempo. If you feel too many kills in the lane, then your hero is probably gonna suck because it just sucks in a way that it doesn't have the cast in to cast spell from a long range. It does have a lot of damage, so if enemies fuck up, you are going to fuck them very hard. So I got the Urn of Shadows, but the problem is my Earth Spirit actually went Urn of Shadows and he almost got his Spirit Vessel. So I had to sell my Spirit Vessel because I did not realize that he will make it and he did not also ping. So I had to sell my Spirit Vessel in this game. So let's take a look at another game. This time I'm playing against AM with a trained against a ogre. So this lane is kind of hard for me because if I use my Paladin cast directly on AM will beat me because he will just use the third skill to reflect the Paladin cast, which will just stun us and it won't stun them at all. So my trend is trying to zone Ogre in this lane because otherwise Ogre will jump on me and AM will jump and they will kill me. So this trend is doing a very good job of that. And then I got the creepway here, the pole. I creep the creepway here, so but I'm very fragile to die. This is very fortunate for me that I got a creepway here in the second wave. So in this lane, I need to play very safe. And you can see how aggressively this AM is blinking on me because he knows that I can't really do anything against him. If I try to cast a melodic on him, it won't do anything because I'm not trying to fight him back. And if I try to use the Paladin cast, he will bounce me back. So he plays very aggressive in this lane. And I'm using the Paladin cast to also farm the creeps. Since we pulled the creeps here, the creeps are here with me. At 419, I want to keep the creeps here. Because if I keep the creeps here at 419, the creeps are going to stay here and then I can farm safely under tower. So AM blinks aggressively because of that. And because of that, we get the opportunity to kill AM. So we use the blood grenade and I use my Paladin cast and I thought AM will not reflect, but he is very giga chat. He uses the Paladin cast, but nonetheless we get the kill. This is how we kill him. We don't really go aggressive in this lane. We just punish if they go aggressive on us. And I happen to misclick on one of my spells, so I got a Voodoo Restoration in this case. But you should not do this unless until you have a Rubik, say an enemy mid Rubik. Then you can take your Voodoo Restoration, but try to avoid this. And you can see this Ogre was trying to pull here. He was trying to prevent the pull from us, so we realized that and we just go aggressive on him. And we get a kill on this ogre. So you can see how we can punish him. And I'd like to show you one more punishment, like this guy really punished me. So again we got a pull here. My train actually baited me. He goes aggressive on this ogre again, and which kind of puts me in an awkward position. So AM just blinks on me. I use the melodic, so AM just gets a free hit on me. So he chases me and he kills me here. So this actually destroyed the lane very hard for us. Before that it was kind of even lane, so which makes the lane very hard for us. So this is the kind of thing I want to warn you guys. Don't try to play aggressive with this hero. Play defensively because your hero does a lot of damage defensively. If you try to play it aggressively, you need the perfect conditions for this hero. Like you need the perfect change turn conditions with the cast so you can play aggressively. So once you max the cast, you can always look to farm with this hero. It's not like you have to go and kill enemies with this hero. You can always look to farm. So with this, you can actually farm a full camp like that. So here, I want to show you something very good about this hero. Since I got the Hex, so I have a very good stand now. And you can see I took the 25% melodic burst damage. So in this case, I actually took this talent because there are few heals from the enemy team. If there's like Jug, then you can't really take this. So I'm waiting for someone to show an AM shows. And I get a nice change stand with him. And I put my Death Ward right on top of him. So and we get a global silence and we actually kill him. So AM wanted to pass the cheese here from the Magnus. Yeah, I guess he was too slow because you can see with this hero you can actually solo kill an AM like who's 6 slotted. So I want to end this video with this nice play from me. I'm going to give you the analysis of how I played this game. So you can see my troll has an Aegis. So they have these 5 heroes that can get on top of me and kill me. So they have Lion, Marcy, Dawnbreaker, PA and Vayne. Like these heroes can easily kill me like from 100 to 0. So I play this very nicely and I want to show you how. Okay. So if you see, I'm actually positioning myself here, because I don't want to go above this cliff. So once I go above this cliff, I'm giving the vision of my hero. So the enemy is aware of mine and I'm already precasting my Voodoo Restoration. So if PA jumps on top of me, I have the Voodoo Restoration. You can see my camp is here. My camp is just here basically. and PA jumps on top of me, and I get a death ward very soon. And once you use the Voodoo Switcheroo, you actually take no damage for 3 seconds. So this means you can get off your Blink Dagger as soon as you get out of it. So you can actually shift cast your Blink Dagger. Then I use my Cask and Melodic and get a death ward off, which kills the PA, which actually destroys the PA, you can say. You can see my death ward is doing so much damage in this case. So I actually jump aggressive now because I see Marcy is dead and this Venge is dead. So I use my Cask on this time, the same time PA jumps on me, which is kind of fortunate for me because I use the Cask. The Cask actually bounces back on PA. PA actually got a bash on me and she got a nullifier because I had a Ghost Scepter earlier, which I sold, and PA got a nullifier, so the Ghost Scepter felt very useless, and I had to buy a plate mill because otherwise this PA kills me in like one crate. Okay, so I had to buy this plate mill, which actually saves my life here. So the Cask bounces here, and ES gets a nice refresher Echo Slam on this PA, which kills the PA. With this, we actually end the game. You can see how you can actually play this hero. Like you should be aware like who's gonna kill you, and you need to itemize according to that and play safe in that manner. So with that, we come to the end of this video, guys. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.